Welcome everyone, my name is Brendan Snyder and today we're going to take a look at Pearl Jam's debut album 10 and the Super Deluxe Edition box set of it that came out in 2009. And you can see behind me here we've got the standard edition that came out originally in 1991 and next to it there being a deluxe edition of it in 2009 that's a 2 CD 1 DVD, but then we've got the box set here. This one is 3 CDs, 1 DVD, 4 LP, 1 cassette with memorabilia, so quite a massive box here. Now, Pearl Jam got their start from the ashes of Mother Love Bone. If you're not familiar with them, do check them out. There's this great box, starts with Mother on the back side there, Love Bone there, that's out that collects all their material together. I do recommend it. Stone Gossard and Jeff Ament were in Mother Love Bone, and unfortunately days before the debut album was to come out, their lead singer Andrew Wood overdosed on heroin. Following that, along with Andrew Wood's former roommate, which was Chris Cornell of Soundgarden, Stone and Jeff and Chris Cornell got together and did Temple of the Dog, sort of to help themselves through that time and having lost that friend and band member. Following that, though, is when Pearl Jam came together and, of course, the debut album 10, and coming out in 1991 on Epic Records and becoming one of the defining albums of the grunge movement, ultimately selling 13 million copies in the long run on this thing. It's quite a major album, not only just defining a period, but a milestone, and of course, what an achievement with 13 million in sales. But this is the deluxe edition, came out in 2009. Here's the spine of this. It's done in this cloth style cover, which is pretty cool, and it's in a sleeve, and you can see the 3 LPs, well, 2 LPs and a double LP there, so 4 total. And then this thing just slides out like this, and this being the sleeve that it is. We'll put this down here. Got the vinyls, which we'll go through in a little bit, but it has this cool box in it. It's got Pearl Jam PJ on the front there. This was the part that had said 10. And when you open this up here, you've got this cool envelope here on the front side of this that has memorabilia and things in it. And we'll take a look at that in just a little bit. And then right under it, you can see there's this cool replica composition notebook in it. We'll take a look at that. And then underneath that is the 2 CD, 1 DVD deluxe version of this, packaged a little differently than the one that you see behind me. And then the 3-song cassette that is the first demos with Eddie Vedder on it. We'll look at those too in a little bit. We'll start off here with the cool composition notebook. I love how it's replicated just like something that one of the band members would have been carrying. I know Jeff Ament likes to take all of his pictures and Polaroids and that sort of stuff and collect all the different memorabilia and things like that, documenting for the band. So whether this was his or not, I don't know, but it's definitely put together like that as a cool diary of the band and the things that they did over those 2 years from 90 to 92 during the recording of the album, and then of course the ultimate touring. And you can see there's some articles that are photocopied into this, or like they were cut out and taped in, reviews of shows and things like that. But there's no write-up. It's not like a band history or anything like that. It's just a cool picture book covering that time frame and everything. And a lot of really great shots of things and memorabilia in this thing. Definitely a very cool item. And then we've got this envelope here that lifts up, and there's some cool memorabilia in it here. It just slides out like this. And then you can see right on top there, we've got a number of items, which I'll go through. Before the band was Pearl Jam, they actually played under Mookie Blaylock, or the name Mookie Blaylock. Jeff Ament being a big sports fan of his, and so they used to play under that name. And they also named the album 10 after his, you can see on his jersey was number 10. So you get a cool replica, double-sided basketball card, trading card of his in there for that reference. And then you've got a replica ticket from the Drop in the Park, which is the live double album in here, and it's a double-sided print, which is cool. And you've got a nice hard laminated pass. I like that it says Rookie because it was their first tour out. Again, another tie to the sports theme that they have going on here. I've got a cool fabric backstage pass, and it is peel and stick, so if you did want to put that on, you certainly could. And then there's some postcards, which are from their 3 singles, Jeremy, Alive, and Even Flow, and they are double-sided too. And then you've got this cool contact sheet of, prints, photographs having been taken, and just cool more images of the band and that sort of stuff. And there's this really large poster here for the debut album being released. There you go. You can see that whole thing there. It's a single-sided poster. And then this was kind of cool. Instead of, like I said, there's no book with information, so, and the way to put out their album information and stuff, they did it on these 12 by 12 pieces of paper that have, an image on one side, and then information about the album and its release and things like that, and just a cool way to get these large prints of the band, but also to get the information about your albums and things, production, that sort of stuff on them. And I like it. It's a little bit different than the typical way of doing things, so it's kind of cool to get something a little different like that here. There you go. Drop in the park information, and then there you go, the last one. All right, and then next inside the box, open this back up. We've got the deluxe edition packaging version of this. That's the CD and DVD, and also the 3-song cassette. So let's take a quick look at those. All right, we'll do the cassette first. I love this photocopy on the front of Eddie Vedder's face there, giving this cover something. And you can see it's in the case. It's actually still looks like it's been written on. Says for Stone and Jeff. It's the 3-song cassette that Stone, Mike, Jeff recorded for it, that they gave to friend, former Red Hot Chili Pepper Jack Iron, who they were asking to be their drummer, but passed on the opportunity, and he passed the cassette on to his friend Eddie Vedder, which is how Eddie Vedder got a hold of it, added his vocals to it, and sent it back to Jeff and Stone. So that cassette was the first time that Jeff and Stone and Mike had heard Eddie Vedder. They weren't even trying to get him or knew that he was doing this. This was just something that by way of friends got to him, so pretty cool. And then this here is the CDs and DVD packaging, and I like it because it's a little different than the one that's behind me there. And this one here, they do it more like a little replica version of the big box here. And so they also replicate the CDs in these vinyl LP style sleeves. This is the DVD. This is the original album remastered, and then the remix of the album. The remix of the album was done by producer Brendan O'Brien, and the band asked him to do it. He wasn't keen on it at first, but he warmed up to it with the idea that he could deconstruct it and remix it modernly and see what it would have come out like had he done the thing today. And he wanted to take a sort of new fresh approach on it and make a more direct sound out of it. And I definitely think he achieved it. For me, I think it's a lot punchier. I actually like the remix of it better than the original, even though I know that's the classic that of course everyone grew up with. Then we've got the LPs here. We've got Drop in the Park. It's a double live album, which is really cool. These are on really nice thick cut vinyl. There's no inserts in this one, but it's got this cool gatefold here. There is a poster included in this, which is pretty cool. It's a double-sided Drop in the Park promotion there. And then this crazy one here with the guy taking a squat. Right. And then you've got the debut album done as a remaster. And you've also got the remix of the album where they've redone that artwork to include the full band on it. None of the bonus tracks on the vinyl edition, those are only on the CD. And as I said, just so you can see, there's no sleeves on these things, or informational ones. It's those 12 by 12 paper things that are in there. All right, I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, and I hope everyone has a great day. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.